This morning I got a call from a homie of mine that been in prison for 30 years. 30 years he been in prison. And when I spoke to him, he was so full of life. He was so full of optimism. He just spoke and sounded better and more optimistic and more full of life than people that I speak to every day that been out here their whole life. And I'm like speaking to him, and it was like unbelievable, like to hear his energy after being in prison for 30 years. I couldn't even imagine what it would feel like to be in prison for 30 years. 30 fucking years. And it made me think about a lot of the things that we take for granted, and I'm gonna speak for myself, a lot of things that I take for granted. And I'm talking about, I ain't talking about like, you know, money and any bit of celebrity, none of that type shit. I'm talking about the barest things like your health, your freedom, just being alive. Because it's like we take those things for granted, not realizing that just how blessed we are. Not realizing that every day that we have our health, every day that we have our freedom, with those things right there, we got an opportunity every day to step into our greatness. So it just made me think, and I'm just hearing his voice and hearing how he felt about his life and how he wasn't making no excuses for his life. Who am I to ever make excuses about anything? When we have all this living and all this opportunity, all this air, all this freedom, just knowing that we could get up and try every single day and not be restricted to anything. Not have to worry about metal gates or prison yards or waking up in a hospital. The fact that we got all our limbs and we able to walk, talk, breathe freely just made me think, and I just thought about people that can't. And I just wanted to count my blessings, because a lot of times we be so into our own motion and we be out here moving around so fast that we forget how blessed we are. All of us. And I don't know who need to hear it. I don't know who need to hear this, but I know I do. And you know, shout out to my homie, man, Black Earl Jefferson. Been in prison 30 years for something he ain't even do. You know, life is crazy, man. And one thing we ain't never gonna beat is time. You know, so a lot of this shit that we think is cool, in the long run it might not be. So I just wanted to share that, because it just put me in a state of mind where I was just thinking about life and about how things turn out. You know, going to prison when you 16 or 17 years old and never getting out, you know, and just thinking about all the blessings that I've been afforded, you know. And I wanna state and proudly, you know, give thanks to my blessings, you know what I mean? And not complain about things, you know. So it is what it is. Love is love, man. Keep living.